And the 60 minutes is about to get underway. What drama awaits us? Here we go. Hold your breaths. Get your calculators at the ready. We are racing here at Hockenheimring. Max Scott makes a really good start from pole position. But Dries Van Teur trying to come up the inside of him. And into a spin for Max Scott. And out takes the Porsche as well. And Drew goes into the barrier. Max Scott, he cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. This happened to them at Hockenheimring, and it's happened to them again. And it's Dries Van Teur who went up the inside. His car looks stricken in the background there, the yellow and black Audi. And Max looks like he wasn't even trying to get the car going. It looks like he is completely out. He's out of the car. Unbelievable. He's furious. Absolutely furious. A 60-minute race, and it was the first corner, and it's gone. Just like that. He did everything he could. He got pole position, but it's gone. And it's Engelhardt that picks up the lead of the race and into second place. Other championship contenders as bits of bodywork fly. The 28 Audi of Kelvin van der Linde has gone through into second place. And a distraught Maximilian Gotz, who knows what it's like to win a championship, but also now knows the heartache of what it's like to have it ripped away from you. He cannot believe it. The Klaus Battler there alongside him, I think, was an innocent party, and that just got wiped out by. He's got a hugely destroyed Porsche, look, and the safety car is being deployed. Other drivers and teams involved in that will get some replays, I am sure, but you just saw Van Teur. I mean, Gotts made a good start. Van Teur just gunned up the inside of him, and two cars did not fit into one, and they both dropped out of the race. And Robert Renauer holds his breath. What's going to happen here? Right, let's pick up the pieces as the remaining cars come through the field. So Engelhardt leads, Van der Linde second, Timo Scheider third, Mathieu Hamenet has come through to fourth place from 10th on the grid. Must have just about missed all that, you know, the championship leader. We'll see, I'm sure, from the replay, but he couldn't have been far behind all that carnage, could he, from 10th on the grid. So Mathieu Hamenet comes through to fourth place. Here's a replay. Right, look at the two cars on the front row. Gotts leading away. Good start. Then Van Teur has a lunge up the inside, skids. He's off the track. He's on the curbs and off the track. Gotts is on the racing line. He's wiped out. He's collected by the Frank Stippler Audi, the black and red number 33 Audi, and by Klaus Battler's Porsche, which has huge damage because it goes at speed into the wall. Here's a replay on board with Max Gotts. Turns in. Class. I mean, he's on the edge of the curb there. The Audi that's up the inside of him, he's not on the track. He almost tried to get out of it. It was a last-minute decision. Going into the braking zone, he just thought, I'm going to have a go. Going to go up the inside, and maybe just out-braked himself. But Dries Van Teur has caused serious drama. Look at the window to the left. There's the Audi. It appears into him. Broken the steering. I'm sure it has, which is why he never... And then he got the second hit, which would have been from the Klaus Battler Porsche through the gravel trap. What's just happened? There's a look of disbelief, and then there's a fuming rage, which suddenly surges up inside him. And, well, you can understand why, can't you? You can understand why. There is always a twist in the final race of the ADAC GT Masters Championship. And for some, it's joy, and for others, it's utter heartache. And for Max Gotts and Marcus Pommer, they've had too much of this bad luck over the last couple of rounds. It was all looking really good for them with 2 rounds to go in terms of the championship. And now 3 out of the last 4 races, somebody's crashed into them, and out they've gone. Dries Van Teur continued on, but he clearly got damage. Right behind, Kelvin van der Linde. Must have been close to picking up the accident as well, I would have thought. So here we go, Van Teur at the inside, all over the curbs. Oh, how did he get through that? Kelvin van der Linde just picked a spot and aimed for it. You know, they always say to you, if there's a car that's spinning in front of you, aim for the car, because it's not going to stay where it is. It's going to spin off to the outside. So don't aim to go around it, aim for where it is now. And that's what Kelvin van der Linde did. And the race is being stopped now, incidentally. Mathieu Hamenet, right, how close was he to disaster in the Porsche? Ooh, not so bad, actually. And that's how he got from 10th to 4th. Robert Renauer drew his breath in and gasped and then was filled with relief. We've got through it. We got through it. But the race stopped. And Max Gotts shakes his head. He just can't believe, what have I done to deserve this, he says. We've done brilliantly this season. We've been quick. We put it on pole position. We should be away from all of this trouble. And the one car that could have had a go at me at turn one was the one car that ultimately has not necessarily cost them the championship, because remember, they're not leading the championship, but it's cost them a real chance at it, hasn't it? Max Gotts was going to go all out to try and win that race, and whatever happened behind, but he never got the chance. And huge shame for Team HTP man filter, with more wreckage to try and fix. Had the 48 car out in trouble yesterday with Indy Dontje out early on. The Audi, which was sixth on the grid of Frank Stippler, had nowhere to go with all of that. And so too Klaas Backler, who was eighth on the grid in the Porsche. Engelhardt was third going into the first corner. First two went off, went wide, and that's why the Lamborghini picked up the lead of the race. But with the incident on the first lap of the race, I would suspect that they're going to re-grid them, perhaps in original grid positions. Although effectively, it's going to be Engelhardt. Either way, it's going to be Engelhardt and van der Linde on the front row, isn't it? Because the top two have gone. Now, the drivers obviously have got the message that this might be a fairly big delay, because helmets are coming off. The drivers are getting out of cars rather than sitting tight and staying where they are. So, well, Max Gotts, I think disbelief has gone into anger, has now got into sadness. Almost a tear in the eye there, wasn't there? Incident involving, guess what? Cars 47, 12 and 18 under investigation. Max Gotts, Dries van Toor and Klaas Backler. No mention in that of the 33 car of Frank Stippler. Look at that. The entire right side of the car destroyed. The front wheel has been ripped clean off. The right rear is just about hanging on. The door's smashed in. The front wing has been destroyed. The rear corner has been destroyed. At least the bodywork has as well. So that car, I think it went into the Mercedes and then went pretty heavily into the wall. There's Kelvin van der Linde to the right. Timo Scheider to the left. What happened, says Timo Scheider, who wouldn't have been far behind that either. Of course, because he was fifth on the grid. Kelvin van der Linde was fourth on the grid. So, for potential...
10 minutes.
Right, okay, 10 minutes, they've been told, by the sounds of it, 10 minutes. And the engineer from BMW Team Schnitzer just asking Timo, is everything okay? And Timo was like, yeah, no problem, no contact for me. And van der Linde explaining in German his point of view of that manoeuvre. Here we go then. Well, Gotts takes the line here. Van Toor thinks about it, then gets on the brakes, and as I say, he's on the curb there. It's not usual that you see somebody having a go there. It was nose to nose for the Audi and the Mercedes. The Porsche, just off in avoidance, hit that tyre barrier, a fair old lick, didn't it? I hope the drivers are okay. We know Max Gotts is okay for sure. Here's the viewpoint from the second row of the grid from Kelvin van der Linde. Max Gotts will be most aggrieved with that. Kelvin van der Linde just missed that spinning Mercedes. Could have been two of the championship contenders out. It was Timo Scheider trying to come up the inside of him. Look, Kelvin van der Linde, did he make it on the way to the turn? I think he did. Christian Engelhardt in the green Lamborghini getting the lead. And a fuming Maximilian Gotts. So angry with that. I think Dries